My fellow Americans, I am Lloyd Mendenhall, the Grumpy Vlogger. I am running for President of the United States of America in the 2020 election. I will be running on the Indem Republican ticket. I, along with my running mate, James Boyd from Above and Beyond Drones, would like your support. We stand for nothing, and we won't stand for anything. Remember, bite me, vote for me, and I will set you free. Paid for by the Grumpy Vlogger Campaign Committee, and I approve this message. Thank you. Hello, everybody. Good Lord. I kind of look a little on the yellow side. Which one of my lights is doing it? Oh, well. Anyways, here we go. We are live, and we're working. So, better than last week. We're already ahead of where we were last week. So, let me bring in the one, the only, the fantastic, outstanding legend in his own mind, 400 AGL. Hey, Mel. I know. I could have gone on probably another 5 minutes worth of BS, and that would have ate up the clock. Whoops. I forgot. But there we go. All right.
And then I'd have been blind.
Yeah. So how you doing, Mel?
Uh, Man, I am wore out. I'm tore up from the floor up.
Oh, you had one of them kind of days, did you?
Yeah, yeah, one of them days. It'd be all right.
Ah, yeah. Well,
It'd be all
we
right.
we had one of those nights. We neither one could go to sleep, and we were up and down all night, and just I finally drug my butt out of bed about 1:30 today, and came in here. Man,
Wow,
why am I
really?
so yellow right now? I gotta figure out what light's causing that. Well, anyways, I'm okay with it tonight. But yeah, yeah, it's been one of those days. I went in there and I thought, well, I'm going to load the dishwasher up because my son Patrick had come over here a couple weeks ago. And hello, Curtis Dart, Peter Carroll. I was
Hey,
saying
Curtis.
hi to you just as I went live, so my camera came on. So let me do a little housekeeping real quick and say hi to everybody. I've said hi to them already, but let's see. Uh, Jody, Jaybird, Above and Beyond, welcome. Ray Kelly, glad to see you. And Mel, you know I'm always glad to see you. Grant, Mr. Stay Drunk, Steve Carpenter, Chris Hope. Uh, let's see, Mike B, I got lost there. Rick Halber, Steve
Squirrel.
Carpenter. Yeah, Squirrel Moment, yeah. Did I say Ray Kelly? I think I did. Mike B, yep. Steve Mack, yeah, I can't forget Steve Mack. And Ron from RL Photography. Man, that guy just does amazing stuff. I'm just jealous. Of course, he lives in God's country, so I mean, that if you want to see what God created, go up where he lives and you'll see it because that's just
Well, yeah, but
unbelievable.
somebody made a song. You're the reason God made Oklahoma. So
Well, yeah,
Oklahoma's
that's
supposed to be
true.
pretty,
Yeah, Oklahoma
yeah.
does have some beautiful places. Uh, let's
I
see who
haven't
else we
seen one,
got.
but yeah.
Uh, Art Go. Can't forget Art. Curtis Dart. I said hello, and Curtis, I'm still
Jim
working.
Boyd.
I've got the jet sound I needed. Now I got to put together the last little bit, and I will premiere it on next week's show. So you guys can look forward to some new commercials that Curtis has helped me with, and let's see, Chris Hope. Yep, 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 yep. I think I got everybody. So, anyways, ah,
Don't forget
uh,
Jim Boyd.
well, I said Above and Beyond Drones, Jim
Oh,
Boyd.
did you?
Yes, he's my running
Oh,
mate. Yeah, I need to turn. There we
I
go.
thought you might be having a
No,
uh,
no, no. I'd
Sleepy Joe
and
moment there.
help at home. Jim just came in. All right. So, uh, I came in here today and I did a little bit of stuff to change my background a little bit. Like I said, I got up to go do the uh, run the dishwasher today, and I haven't had any problems with it since we rewired it and added new hose that the mice had chewed up and all that stuff. Loaded it up, everything was fine. Turned it on. Then remembered, oh, I forgot my cup of coffee in there because I'd made a cup of coffee, but I forgot to bring it in here. Walk back in there. There's water everywhere. And I'm going, oh my God. And it's just pouring. I'm trying to figure out. So I get the flashlight looking down there. It's pouring out from the door. So I'm going, what in God's name is it doing there? As far as I could tell. So I get a mop and towels. And then Judy wakes up and says, I need something to eat. And it's just like, I just kind of like, all right, okay. And got it fixed. What the problem was, it probably a little something that was in one of the bowls fell off and wedged right in the seam of the door and left it place. Yeah, where the the seal. Yeah, as far as I can tell, and because it's I mopped it up and started it back up, and it drained just a little bit more, and I also cleaned out the filter. It's got one of those filters you got to remove and clean out, so I made sure it was clean so that it wasn't overfilling. But anyways, right. And it just kept filling up because water was leaking out, and it has one of those automatic fill things in the back. If it's running out, it's going to keep filling. So it just kept.
Yeah.
I finally got it fixed. That's the way my day started. But
well, good. Good.
So you worked hard today, did you?
So you get a great big attaboy.
Yeah. Hey, it's part of owning a house. It's kind of crap you got to put up with,
That's right. That's exactly true.
But I was just.
Hey, Mitch.
Oh, Mitch is here, and don't forget 8:00. I'm going to try and keep this on time tonight, but at 8:00, Xeno Nation. So check them out. I think they're on tonight. Yeah, 8:00. So.
I guess it's Jim Crinan's birthday?
Yes, it is. I forgot to. But let's give him a big.
I don't think he's in the chat.
He's not in the chat? Or is he?
I haven't seen him.
Okay. Well, sometimes he makes it here, sometimes he don't, because, he's an hour and a half, depending on, see, we're on daylight time, so he may be on mountain time right now, so he's either, I forget. Yeah.
Yeah, where he's at
is mountain time, because they don't change.
Arizona doesn't change, so.
Yeah. How you doing, Mitch? So wishing Jim a happy birthday if he catches this in replay. I, as usual, I don't have anything really planned because what I think I have planned never works out the way I want. But I do have a special shout out that I'll do a little later in the show. And damn new coffee pot keeps shutting off. Oh. I was reading what Jim Boyd said. I noticed we're about 2 minutes behind on the lag for some reason. I don't know why. We may be caught back up now, but we're closer.
No, it's only about 30 seconds on my end.
Is it? Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Maybe 20. It's not much.
The audio current bit rate is lower than recommended bit rate. I've got to figure out what that means. So I got to figure out how to change my audio bit rate. But in this, I don't know why it keeps giving me that. But yeah, last night while I was on your show, Judy watched the president's update. White House update, and she really enjoyed it because she knows what he stands for and his beliefs and stuff, and she supports that. But what really, she listened to him rip into a couple of those reporters, and that's what she liked.
Yeah, I like when he does that too.
And here's the other thing: you could either watch that last night, or you could have watched the second half of WrestleMania 36, I think it was, which was a bunch of guys in tights slamming and gals in tights slamming each other around inside an empty practice gym because they've got this fantastic center, but they can't have anybody there, and most of their stars didn't show up because they're stuck in
Mm-hmm.
lockdown. So it was more interesting watching the president. I hate to say,
That
because
would have been more interesting anyway.
it would have, yeah. But when WrestleMania does their full show, it's an extravaganza. I'll give them that much for the entertainment value. As far as what they do, we all know it's fake. Just don't tell Kelly Green that. But
Yeah.
we won't tell Kelly Green that it's fake. But the rest of us that have more than 3 brain cells to rub together know that it is.
Yeah.
And I
Hey,
watch it
Ron,
on occasion.
to answer your question real quick before it gets away, there's free music in the YouTube Creator, and then there's also a place called Epidemic Sounds. And if you buy a monthly subscription to that, they have nearly an exhaustless supply. And when you use their stuff, you're guaranteed not to get any copyright strikes because you're paying for it.
Yeah.
I've heard a lot of people say Epidemic Sounds has a huge, huge library, and they are quite happy with it.
Xeno Nation, he just goes, "It's fake? Sorry." Xeno Nation, welcome to my show. I also noticed Tater's in the house.
Hello,
So,
Ron.
yeah. So, yeah. Yeah, it's unfortunately, it's wrestling is, it used to be pretty good back when they, really beat up on each other. But then, you know, I think, I wonder what the rules, the OSHA rules are for wrestling. Because they are an enterprise, you would think that, yeah. Does
Well,
OSHA apply to professional wrestling entertainment, as
I
they
don't
call
know
themselves now?
when they throw somebody over the ropes out of the ring onto a table and it crashes to the ground. I'm sure OSHA'd have an issue with that.
Yeah, probably so. So
Well,
they're probably
depending on where they are, California would have a problem with it. I don't know about
California.
anywhere else.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if they've even been to California in a long time. I haven't seen them wrestle anywhere in that area. They usually stay from Texas up north and back east is generally
Well,
where they're at.
it's hard for all them good-looking muscle guys in tights to go to California.
Yeah. Yes, my internet is working again. Knock on wood. It is working. Yeah, and it's holding pretty good. I checked it before I came on. I checked it earlier during the day, and it's running pretty steady. And I've got a decent upload speed, and everything seems to be working. So, with luck, that's what's going on. But what where we're at? We're wow. It's gonna be long. It's gonna be one of those long nights. There we go. Let's see if I can get him on. All right. Now let me see here. Do I have him? I do. Which one is it? This one here. Cut over to that.
Yeah, but does it all work?
I don't know. We're going to find out.
Hello, Greg.
Greg, can you hear?
Apparently he can't hear and he can't speak.
Okay. Why is that? Because. All right.
Lloyd, you're just going to have to break down and get the other
Yeah,
version.
I'm going to have to break down and get the other. Well, shoot. Because I set it up exactly the way they said it was supposed to
Can you
work.
hear me?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
we can now.
We
I
can
can't
now.
hear you.
You can't hear us. Well, let's see. I've set everything up.
Mate, we really need to spend some time on this, don't we?
Yeah. How about now? Can you hear us now? No. Why is it they can't hear? Because I've got it set to the bus A. My microphone and yours is on. What is that?
I
How
just
about
tested
now?
it at my end. The audio from Skype is definitely coming out my headphones. So if you can't hear me,
Oh, we can hear you. We hear you.
I hear this little fragment of you. It's like you've got that same thing that we've spoken about before, some sort of a loop back,
Right.
short between the ear sets.
Yeah. Yeah. Let me see.
That's probably it, Greg.
Yeah, that's probably it. Let's go. Settings. Let's go. Audio and
Maybe it's
video.
just vMix.
How about,
It's not possible for it to be vMix.
how about, let's see. How about now? Can you hear it now? How about now? Can you hear it?
Everything in vMix works flawlessly, Greg. It's
All
only
right.
when you try to introduce outside sources.
Yeah. How about now? Now?
I keep picking on Greg and he can't hear me.
Yeah, I know. That's sad. All right. It should be
Actually,
working.
it's funny.
All right.
Greg,
Can you hear now?
can you hear us yet?
Still can't hear us.
I'm listening back on the Skype, on the
Ah.
YouTube, so I can at least know what you're
Yeah.
doing. But no, I still can't hear you.
Okay. Yeah, because the way it's supposed to be set up is I select for the microphone to be
Yeah, like a video and audio feed.
right. It's video and audio are supposed to be the new tech, NDI.
Yeah,
And
Mel's saying everything in vMix is perfect and flawless. It works perfectly until you try and have video or audio.
how about now?
With
Can you hear
some
anything now?
outside source.
Okay, mute for incoming calls. Okay. I can't
I mean,
understand.
I love you guys for trying all this weird stuff, but
Well,
the trouble you
know,
go through to try to make it work.
it's no trouble when it's a real simple process, but for some reason this isn't working. I'll probably be upgrading here over this next month, but it's going to be a while before I can do that, And this is the best I can do. Let's see. Microphone, Wirecast, virtual microphone.
Still nothing. I'm just going to stop
How
because
about-
otherwise I'm
okay.
going to see.
Yeah.
Oh, hang on. Hang
Can
on.
you hear me now?
Hello?
Yeah,
Yeah?
but it was sounding better when I couldn't.
Oh. But you can hear it now?
Yes, I can.
And can you hear Mel? Say something, Mel.
Not if he doesn't open his mouth. But even when he does open his mouth, it sounds good.
Can you hear him?
'Cause I can't hear. No.
You don't hear the audio, Greg?
He asked, you don't hear
Apparently
his
not.
audio?
No.
I wonder what the problem is. You're probably hearing me, but you're not hearing what's going through vMix because I changed it to default microphone.
Yeah.
So,
And at least that's halfway there.
yeah. Now it's just figuring out how to get it to play back into, let's see. Mel, say something again.
Something again?
You couldn't hear that. Okay.
Are you hearing anything yet,
And
Greg?
so continue the mysteries of vMix. Can we ever connect our inputs and our outputs together so that they
Yeah, I don't see anything I can even turn on to make it work. Yeah. So, you can't hear that, right? Oh, now I can't hear you at all. What happened?
Well, now, so what happened?
I don't know.
Or did he turn something off? Is he
I don't-
messing with you?
He might be.
it's fun messing with you.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah, I nailed that one. I nailed that
He
one.
was messing. Yeah, yeah. Well, one of these days, we're going to figure it out. But until then,
I won't
Now-
stay and I won't interrupt your show any further, just to say that it's boring.
the show
Not
is.
the show. Not the show, the
Oh,
whole lockdown situation.
oh,
But the
the whole
show
lockdown
was,
situation.
well, there
Yeah,
is a,
yeah,
yeah,
the show is
anyway.
boring too tonight. He said, just want to let him know it's boring. But I said, the show? He says, no, 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 no. He says, well, you heard
So
what he said.
he's bored.
Yeah, he's
Is he
bored.
on
Yeah,
lockdown?
yeah, on lockdown. Yeah,
Mm.
so,
Oh wow.
Okay,
all
I'll
right.
go away. I'll let you
Okay.
get back to your regular scheduled program. And
Okay.
Mel, you've never sounded better. Have a good one.
He said, you've never sounded better, Mel.
I can hear him.
Oh, you can hear him.
Un-
You can
yeah,
hear him?
unfortunately. No.
Oh, he just can't hear you. Yeah, okay. That's
Yeah.
right. All right, there we
That's
go.
why he said I never sounded
Yeah,
better.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's a
Whatever.
guard.
That's
That's
the way
cool.
it's supposed to work, but it doesn't work the way it's supposed to. So,
It's supposed to.
yeah. And this is the recommendation of vMix. I didn't go to some outside source to figure this out. I went to vMix, and this is part of the new 20. They've decided to start bringing Skype in for those of us that can't afford the extra. So
Ah.
that's what they've done here just lately. They've either my NDI or my Skype has got the problem. I'm not sure which, but yet I was able to communicate with Greg, and you were able to hear him. So we were able to
Right.
bring him in. I'll try one more thing and test it later this week. But anyways, well, that was the interruption for the show. Documented feature is just not working. Yeah, that's it. So I'm going to have to get with them and find out if they can tell me how to fix that situation. Because, I mean, I followed exactly to the letter, and I looked to make sure that everything was set up. But anyways, what I want to do, first off, let's see, where's it at? Don't forget, when I hit 800, I will be giving away this. And this is courtesy of Rick Halber. And it will, so tell your friends, let's get me to 800. I'm getting closer day by day. And I will also be giving this away with it. Again, courtesy of Rick Halber. And let's see, where's us? But, and don't forget, I have, make sure your audio's on. I've got cups. This is what is this? That's the trucker hat. The dad hat. This is what I call the right t-shirt. In other words, the logo's on the right side instead of on the left. And that's for the conservatives. And then for the people on the left coast, I've got this one. Okay? So all that stuff's available in the Grumpy Vlogger store. And links will be in the description. So, now let's get back to us. What I want to do is something just a little different for, I want to do this shout out, and it's, well, I'm just going to let it speak for itself, and then I'll be back after it, and we'll talk about it.
So it's shot.
Okay, obviously that was to all the providers that are providing us our health care. Uh, the person who was actually in the scrubs is my daughter-in-law, and so
Oh, I
she's
was going to ask you who did the pose for you.
yeah. Well, one of her friends asked for all the nurses to send in pictures, and it was on Facebook. And I looked at it about 5 times. I thought, yeah, I know that, sir, because it was from. She's at the Cherokee Nation Hospital, WWS Hastings, which is in Tahlequah, Oklahoma, and they deal with the health care of all the members of the Cherokee tribe here in Oklahoma,
Mm-hmm.
and
Mm-hmm.
they're pretty hammered. They've gotten hammered pretty hard. They're having to make their own mask. Uh, they're making. She's wore out her sewing machine making masks for everybody. So
Oh, wow.
yeah. So I thought, you know, this, and the reason I use the music is because simply uh, this is the one. It's sad that it takes a tragedy, you know. Uh, and yeah, this is probably may not be any worse than the last three bad viruses we have, but this one seems to be just real. Yeah, and maybe we didn't know about the others because they didn't want to talk about it previously. But
Maybe.
you know, and you know, this affects everybody. This is something that affects every person. Uh, there is her nephew by marriage. He lost his grandmother Sunday to the coronavirus, and Judy and I are staying in the house, uh, locked down, and we did get a Freddy's hamburger yesterday. Called my son and said, we want a Freddy's. So he went and got it. And then I sprayed down, washed my hands and all that before I served it to Judy and I. And,
Yeah.
oh, John F. is in here. Welcome. But, you know, people like, like Ron, he's right there, on the front lines too. Uh,
Yep.
these guys are putting out, and that's why I included everybody that are involved in the medical and or the first responders, anything to do with that would come in contact with that. You know, uh, it was, what was it? Oh, yesterday, New York City, I think it's while we were on the air or just as we were getting off, actually, it was while we were on the air, they had a 2 or 3 minute where every New Yorker opened up their windows and started applauding. And the first responders stopped. One guy played the Star Spangled Banner on his trumpet. It's just the last time we saw it. There's been only two other times we've seen this country really pull together like that: Pearl Harbor and 9/11. And that's why I've got the American flag flying tonight because we've got, we're all we got, folks. I don't care what your
Mm-hmm.
political affiliation is. Uh,
Yep.
Dead is dead, you know?
Yep.
And you can be a independent, Republican, libertarian. It doesn't matter. If you get it, if you die, you're going to die, and then you got to deal with the afterlife. If you believe in one, well, okay, then you have to deal with whatever your consequences are, you know. But if we can, for those of us that are still here, let's, you know, let's treat each like I always say. And I'm going to bring that's something else I want to bring up. I almost decided to do somebody different for the shout out, but uh, we're all we got. Be nice to each other. Treat each other the way you want to be treated. And that segues into my next part I want to talk about. Those of you that have heard me talk about Jim from the video call-in show, you probably noticed he hasn't been on for a while. Whereas he's usually on 5 or 6 nights a week. Well, obviously a lot of you that follow him in January, he and his son were up I don't know, cleaning the gutters or something. They were both up on the ladder, and either it collapsed on him or something, and he broke his ankle really bad, and he's just now getting back into it. But then the lockdown comes. So, but he runs. He does. He's been into broadcasting and all this kind of stuff. As producer and stuff. He has offered up for those people that have lost somebody, but they can't get to the family because of the lockdown. He has offered up to set up a link for them to use Zoom. He'll set it up and then step away. It'll be private for them. If some of their family members aren't sure how to use it, he'll get in touch with them, walk them through it. But it's there for the families to have a way to gather with each other. And he put that,
That's
and
real nice.
he'll do all the work, and he'll make sure that they're all connected up. It will be a private chat for just the family. Only the people they send the invitation to, will be involved. It will not go out to YouTube. It won't be recorded unless they ask for it to be, And he's doing this on his own. It's just something he thought was the right thing to do. And I wrote him when I saw that the other night, and I said, at the end of his show, he says what I've been saying at the end of my blogs is, treat each other the way you want to be treated. And he says, if we did, it might be a nicer world. And the way I put it to him is, okay, not only do you say it, but obviously you live it. And so he was going to be my other shout out but I did want to say, so if anybody did, I'll put a link in the description after the show, but it's the video call-in show, and you can get in touch with him there, and or if somebody can go and pick it up and put it in the chat. If you know anybody that needs that service, he's offering it free of charge. He'll help set them up because that's what he does.
Right.
But it's nice for once to see. We're in the middle of an election year, and it's actually kind of nice. It's terrible that we're having this tragedy, but it's kind of nice to see everybody getting along. Well, most everybody is getting along. We're going to have those detractors that are going to find something. There is, as my dad used to say, there's people that's going to complain, even if they're hung with a golden rope. They're still going to gripe about it.
Yep.
So what's on your
And
agenda?
there's the link to Jim's channel right there.
Thank you, Mel. And I'll put that in the description as soon as I get off here. I'll update that, and go check him out. He's about as nice a guy as you could meet, and I hope so, Jaybird. For those of you that don't know, I support what Jaybird says, but we'll see. Of course, if we're all still in lockdown and our houses are. Here's a question: if we're all in mandatory lockdowns and we can't work, and what about the banks? At some point they're going to have to do like they did in 29. They're going to have to freeze everything, stop it where it's at. We just keep plugging along. Then when things get better, start it up again.
It's not going to come to that.
I don't think it will. I think I see probably the end of May. It'll be. I see us getting back to normality by the end of this month with luck. But it's as long.
The funny thing is,
What's that?
is hardly nothing's changed for me.
No.
My job was deemed as an essential.
Yeah.
So I've gone to work every day. The only thing I do differently is I wear rubber gloves if I go someplace that I wouldn't normally go, like inside a convenience store,
Right.
or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
I put on rubber gloves.
Yeah.
Other than that, I'm in my truck. I'm in my own element.
Yeah.
Nobody drives the truck but me,
Well,
So-
yeah, and that's what it is for a lot of people. But, a lot of people, it's changed drastically. Shepherd says, I remember 1929. That was a tough time. Yeah, wasn't it? Oh, yeah. Yeah. So all we can do is have some, we got to laugh at some of this. I mean,
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
we, you know,
Yeah, I've got travel papers too, Ron.
yeah.
In case of a lockdown here, I don't need them, but I've got 'em.
Right, right. Who was it the other day was telling me they got travel papers too. Uh, did I tell you about my friend? Did I tell it on your show last night about my friend that works at one of the factories here in Muskogee?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, did I say it on the show or not? I can't remember. We talked about it
Yeah, I
afterwards.
think so.
Okay, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. For those of you
No,
that
'cause
didn't
we
see
didn't
Mel's
talk much
show,
afterwards because you had to go. Judy was needing you.
that's right. Yeah, yeah, yeah. For those of you that didn't see Mel's show last night, but
And Jim and I stuck around for a few minutes, and then
that's
we
right. That's
walked
right.
out too.
Yeah. Uh, I have a friend that works for a paper company. They make, he's texted me and said that his job was deemed as, essential. He makes toilet paper. And I jokingly asked him, I said, so, did they say they're going to check your lunch boxes or your coolers for smuggled out toilet paper like they do at the diamond mines? And he said they were having a tailgate meeting because they're having to keep their distances, and stuff. And he said, I did the same thing you did. I jokingly asked, so you going to check our lunch boxes for smuggled toilet paper? He said his supervisor looked him very sternly and said, it is entirely possible that we will. So they're taking it serious out of the paper mill. So smuggling toilet paper out of a paper mill is just about as, although if you smuggle a diamond out of a diamond mine, you're probably going to get shot, but anyways, yeah, it's
The
it's
trouble
weird.
is, Jim, is if they were to do that and enforce it with the military, that would turn into a very, very bad thing.
Yeah,
Quickly.
that's where the problem would lie because, especially in America, we do love our independence. You know, that would be under martial law, and I don't think this is
That would be
reached.
martial
It
law.
would be martial law. Yeah, that's why I said to be under we'd be under martial law. That's what I meant, the way I meant to say it. But White Castle is selling toilet paper with combo meals.
hmm
Well, some of those White Castle hamburgers, you
But
kind of
that's
need the
nothing
toilet
new.
paper.
White Castle has always done that because if you eat that crap, you're going to need
You're
the
going to
crap.
need the toilet paper. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, buddy.
yeah. I used to eat them. You know, I used to eat those White Castle ham. Wow, I kind of jumped off the. What happened there, Mel? Just did you hit the button too hard?
Things got fuzzy and things got blurry and then everything was gone.
Oh man. Okay. Well.
Yeah, I did. I hit the button. I hit the button too hard and knocked over the apple cart.
Yeah.
Literally, the apple cart.
The apple cart fell over.
God
Yeah.
damn it! I done it again.
Yeah. I kind of have mine set up with. Well, I have the iPad Pro and I got the keyboard case that you can buy with it, and this is the 10-inch. This is actually Judy's, and that's what I use for my. I use for that. Which I noticed you were giving those to, making those noises to Greg, but he couldn't hear them.
Moi?
Yeah, you. I was just letting it go. Well, at least this time it's you. Usually I'm doing that crap on your show. But we got a call from one of Judy's doctors today. She says, "Now, we have you on the books for it's her oncologist for tomorrow." I said, "Uh huh." Says, "Did she ever get the PET scan?" I said, "Nope." I said, "We put it out 30 days." She says, "Okay." She says, "Good idea." I said, "Because of her risk factor." She says, "Yeah." She says, "I thought we'd talked about that, but I forgot to take you off the books." So anyway, she says, "Well, all right. When are you doing it?" I said, "I think it's May the I know when it was, May the 4th, because I said, 'Oh, I know what it is. It's May the 4th be with you.'" She kind of snickers like and then groans. She says, "Anyways, so do you want to do it on the 6th?" And I said, "Unfortunately, I can't because that's another one of those tests that Judy was having that we had to put off, and it's on the 6th." So she's going in the 7th to see the oncologist. She gets her PET scan done, and May the 4th be with her. You know, so just this is just a precautionary, but there's a couple things that do need to be followed up. But so. What exciting things have you got going on your channel over the next couple of weeks? I could have asked you to
On
tell a
mine,
joke. Yeah. Well, who the hell else is in here?
I don't have a whole lot exciting going on my channel. Actually, like I said last night, on mine I was trying to do some slow motion video, and I discovered that none of these cameras record audio when they're recording slow motion.
Yeah. Yeah. I don't think my phone does either.
You would think that they would still record audio,
Well, yeah, you would
but
think,
they don't.
but actually, if they did record the audio, because they try to sync it with the video, it would be sounding like that.
No, the audio would still be just regular audio.
Yeah, but if you're trying to record a jet flying by at slow motion, you know, it's going by this fast, and you're hearing, whew, it doesn't work.
Well,
So it would be,
that's true.
geez, that's an ugly face I just made. I better quit that. I better delete that out. Uglier than usual, okay? Guys, I have not had
Yeah,
enough
so
sleep.
no,
I'm getting
I
a
got
little,
some ideas. I got some things that I'm trying to wring out of the wash, but so far it's not happening.
yeah,
Still trying to get things lined up.
okay.
But I do have some ideas and some things that
Well, good.
it's just, you know, it's not
What?
easy to get everything dialed in the way you want it.
Yeah, exactly. And that reminds me, for those of you that might have noticed I didn't put a vlog up today, it's because, well, one, I'm locked inside,
You
and two,
quit.
huh?
You
Well,
quit.
I didn't quit vlogging. I, there's nowhere to go to vlog. And it's just that I find it really hard to do like 2 shows on Sunday and then get a show ready to, or get a vlog ready to go live at midnight, whatever. So I'm probably, while we're going through, God, them damn dogs. Anyways, uh, so
And back to our
yeah, back to our regular
scheduled
scheduled
programming.
program. I'm probably going to cut back to maybe as much as just 3 days a week on vlogging, and because, and the other problem is when I take everything off that dash cam, it takes it off in 2 files. Okay, no problem. And when they changed the latest update on the iPads, on the iPad Pros, the it won't read off of a card right now. The dongle and all that stuff, it will not read off that card because they've changed some of the criteria. You know,
Oh.
yeah. And I didn't find this out until after I tried it 3 or 4 times. And so what I do is I put the card into our spare machine out in the kitchen, and then I upload it to what is that one something? You know, the Microsoft OneDrive. Yeah, and the OneDrive. Anyways, and then I download it. Well, for some reason, it doesn't always copy the files, and they're completely corrupted when they're put onto the hard drive. Just sometimes in the copying, because, well, I'm copying like, you know, probably 80 of those video files are 3 minutes long, and copying them, I just do a click, select all, copy, send. Okay. And then I got to wait for them to upload to the OneDrive so I can download them, the ones I want. So what happened is I thought, yes, I will get out there as soon as things get straightened out. I'll get out to the batfish, and we'll get some images of the batfish, and get some video out there. But anyways, so I have everything transferred over from the last time I was out using it. So that way, I'll start working on them. I'll have some more videos going up. Maybe not tonight, but figure for Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, I'll have videos going up.
Hey, Metro.
And that's because we got all this other stuff we're dealing with. Judy's not been feeling well, and she doesn't have the virus. She's not running a temperature. She just hasn't felt good. So, and we've got these tests coming up. It's just a lot of stuff on my mind, and I was really frustrated because I was going to tell everybody this last week, but of course, channel died. But
I know the answer to that question, Mike B.
What's that?
I know who that comment was directed to. Well, the kids are. I'm gonna be a wise ass right now. Is that all right?
Oh, well.
I'm only asking permission because it's your show. If it was my show, I'd just say it. The kids are getting their panties in a knot.
Uh-oh. Well, let's just all play nice. You can, yeah.
But the toilet paper in the mouth comment was directed at whoever needs to have toilet paper shoved in their mouth to shut them up. And I can think of several people that would apply to.
Well, I'm the host of the show, so I pretty much got to be talking.
Well, you're exempt. In fact, it's nobody even in chat or in this show.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, there are
Yeah.
a few that, yeah.
I mean, forgive me for saying this and being blunt, Lloyd, but if they had a time machine, somebody needs to go back in time and give Nazi Pelosi's father a condom. I mean, there are just some people that need to shut up.
Yeah, there are some that,
And quit trying to take advantage of the purse strings and
not
doing
during
things
this time
with
period
the money
anyways.
I mean, anyway, I'll shut up.
Okay.
I digress.
All right, everybody, let's just, everybody in the chat, you're all entitled to your opinions, but just remember, this is my channel, and only my opinion counts. And see what my shirt says?
Enough. Greg says enough.
Yep.
Can't stand idiots. Oh, I wondered what CSI was about. Where'd you get that?
My daughter-in-law gets me this kind of stuff. Every year for my birthday and Christmas, they get me what they call their crap T-shirts. And it's usually got some sort of comment on it. And so...
And the way it sits right in the way you're sitting in your chair, all we see really is the CSI part.
Yeah,
You know?
I know. And I've readjusted my camera a little bit so that I have a little more of my body showing now. And I'm also sitting just a little bit further back from the camera. So, but yeah, it's yeah.
No, Rick having withdrawals now. He had the shakes last night without his 10 p.m. video.
Uh-oh. Well, I won't promise there'll be one tonight, but there could be if I get off here on time. And that reminds me, we are coming into that time. I've managed to.
Man.
Yeah, 7:50. last night's show went fast. I actually thought our show last night wasn't long enough because it's like I didn't feel like we got finished with everything we were going to do. But
Yeah, there was several things that I wanted to do that I didn't get to, but
yeah, and thanks you, John F. For those that don't know, I am running for president under the Indian Republican ticket. And I understand I've already got at least a couple write-in votes in the primaries, so
yep,
that works
and
for me.
it's the only time where you have to weigh hip waders to go to the voting booth.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. But Curtis Dart, who is in here, has been really, he's done some amazing work that I will be premiering next week. There's a couple things that he sent me and he said, you need to do this, and I did. I also want to I'm going to start try to bring in one other person. If nothing else, I'll have you do it, and we'll bring them in that like we've done before. And then kind of
Okay.
get them to, say why they support me for president. And it can be the most ridiculous thing you could think of. I don't care. This is satire, because
Right.
politicians, and I don't care which side of the aisle you're on, politicians, they take themselves way too damn seriously.
Hey, Art, don't be so sure about that. I've seen Lloyd first thing in the morning in his shorts with his robe open headed for the coffee cup. Don't be so sure that he doesn't have piercings.
Actually, at one time, I did have a pierced ear, and I do have a tattoo. Most people don't know that.
Discipline.
Yeah. Well,
Procrastination is great. You always have it today free,
yeah.
and you always have something to do
Well,
tomorrow.
I'm one of those guys that believes, why do today what you can put off till tomorrow?
And you know something else? There's another one that you can use too, and I'll give
What's
this
that?
to you for free. I won't even charge you for it.
Okay.
Confucius say those with low expectations are seldom disappointed.
Absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. But anyways, we are coming up on the hour, and Xeno Nation will be starting really quick. So I'm going to say goodbye to everybody and thank everybody for being here. And I'm going to start
Yes,
the
Taylor,
timer.
that's exactly what it's for. Except use the slingshot; it's more effective.
Okay. Anyways,
Sorry,
no, that's okay.
squirrel.
Yeah, squirrel. Yeah. All right. Anyways, guys, thanks everybody for being here. Don't forget, Xeno Nation comes on in just a few minutes. So I'm going to go ahead and start the timer. It's been fun being here with you, Mel. Always enjoy it.
Thank you, Lloyd.
Greg,
thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for being here, and thanks for having me on your show on Sundays. Always enjoy it. And Greg, thanks for interrupting my show as usual. We'll get it worked out. I swear to God, we will. But anyways, I am going to start the timer, folks. You all have a good one. Don't forget, Xeno Nation, 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock Central Time, coming on in just a minute or so.
I'm known as the grumpy vlogger. I'll gripe and complain longer. Please do me the adieu and kindly view me on YouTube.
My fellow Americans, I am Lloyd Mendenhall, the Grumpy Vlogger. I am running for President of the United States of America in the 2020 election. I will be running on the Indem Republican ticket. I, along with my running mate, James Boyd from Above and Beyond Drones, would like your support. We stand for nothing, and we won't stand for anything. Remember, bite me. Vote for me, and I will set you free. Paid for by the Grumpy Vlogger Campaign Committee. And I approve this message. Thank you. Okay, one last time I want to say thank you to everybody who showed up tonight, and I appreciate it. It was a fun night. Just remember, stay safe, be nice to each other, take care of yourself, take care of your loved ones. If you're with with your family and you get a chance, give them a hug, remind them, and if you can't, if you need, remember, you can always contact Jim at Video Call-In Show. And if you've lost a loved one or have something like that to deal with, just get hold of him, because if you've lost someone, he's willing to help out. All right. And I want to thank you again. Thank you, everybody, for being a part of this family. And I'll catch you later. Bye-bye for now.